Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I don't know how long I was muted. Um, uh, was I muted the entire time I was talking about Yoshi's project? Oh, from the start, huh? Sorry about that. I could never tell when I'm muted or not. There's like a little button on this thing. Anyways. Okay, well, I guess I have no choice. So I was saying about Yoshi's project here. Let me download it. Actually, I did download it. So this is great because she's got 19 pages. It's a lot. She did 19 pages, and while I was muted, I was talking to you about all the different pages. She's got you know, pretty much every page that the website can possibly have. She's got a wireframe for it. They're not all exactly most detailed wireframes. Some of these you could tell are just copies, a couple pictures, but still, she's got almost 20 pages. That's great because I only asked you guys to do three of them, three of the pages at least. That was the minimum. So of course you can do more. And the fewer pages you do, the more detail I expect in each of the pages. Just because it shows you've spent some time on it. And I was also saying, I was about to look at Tomomi's project. She submitted a link to her Figma, but the problem is it tells me that file not found. Either this file doesn't exist or you don't have permission to view it. Ask the file owner to verify the link and or update permissions. I'm signed in as one of my accounts, so um, I have to be like your friend in Figma in order to be able to see it that way. So what you need to do is when you share, make sure you click on anyone with the link here, not only people invited to this file. I think it's on this by default, so you have to click this and change it to anyone with the link. That way anyone can see it, and you just have to say copy link and then give me the link, and then that way anyone with the link can see it. You don't need special permissions. Okay, so um anyways, Mika, I don't know why you're invited here. You're the only one here. I have one friend here, looks like. I think I sent you guys this link or invited you before. Some of you may have clicked on it. To invite people, if you did want to invite, you'd have to go back here. And you see here we've got these groups. I got WST and CGD, and I think we could invite members into each group. Go to members. See, I'm the only member in this one, but um, yeah, we could click invite, and then let me copy this link. If I give you guys this link here in Discord, whoever clicks on it will be invited. I think we have to be logged into Figma probably for that to work. Let me see. Do I have any team members in this one? Oh yeah, just Mika. That's why. Okay. And by the way, I'm recording this, so my bad if your email is shown. Then again, I do make these videos like hard to find. They're not listed. You have to specifically go to the playlist to see them. Anyways, okay, let's go back to the home page. So yeah, if you're gonna use Figma and you're gonna share it, make sure you choose anyone with the link. I'll leave this open just in case. Alright, next person. Azusa. Okay, Azusa shared it properly because I'm able to see it. Okay, this is good. We've got a mock-up on a phone here. Got image, discover something new, about, things to do, reservation, contact. Doesn't really go anywhere though. Might wanna what's this? Second page. We have a second page. Things to do, image, each stay, event gallery, spelled wrong, but that's fine. We'll look a little more at this because we could add some interactions to this and stuff. Also, I don't know. So maybe you're not finished and you just submitted it earlier or something. But give me a third page at least, or we'll look at how to add some interaction, make that look a little better. Who's this? Charlene. Charlene, I'm also getting the file not found. I guess you might have made it a private link that only works with friends that you have in Figma or group members. So you need to update the link to say anyone with the link. So again, just change this to anyone with the link. And maybe send me a new link. I don't know if you have to send a new one, but you might have to. Okay, and then Paul. Okay, Paul's is not through Figma. Just downloaded this one. Okay, so Paul, we got website name, welcome photo, portrait gallery, product gallery, nature gallery, about the photographer. So this is a little more unique because there's no navigation bar at the top. It's just the buttons right here on the front page. I think we saw that in some of those websites that we were looking for inspiration in. And for the portrait gallery, we got the website name on the top, and then just got a bunch of photos in gallery format. It's the same for the portrait gallery, the product gallery, and the nature gallery. And then we've got about the photographer page. A couple photos about the photographer and some text about the photographer. So that pretty much covers it, right? If you're gonna have a photographer page, you're gonna have your galleries, different galleries, and maybe an about. One thing you're missing, if you are a photographer, you're gonna wanna maybe add a contact page, no? Or at least a contact link. Maybe you could add the contact link in about the photographer. About the photographer page, yeah, you could probably add a contact link in there, or just somewhere, maybe on bottom of every page, contact. Because the point of that is to get people to actually no, maybe it's not to get people to call you and do work. Maybe it's just to show off your work and be known. But I think that's it. There was 5 turned in, and we just looked at we looked at the 5 we could look at. There's still a couple of those locked ones. Okay. So Tomomi and Charlene, you guys need to update it so that it's not private, so I can actually see it. Okay, any questions? What is this? Let's close this scary thing. You don't want people to think you get paid, or you don't want to get paid. Okay. Well, since we had Figma open, let's jump into Figma. Let's do a couple more wireframes, just to encourage more of you to submit this project already. So I'm gonna say new design file. Team has reached design file limit. That's fine. I'll just delete one of these then. What's this? I think I use this as a wireframe for something, but we're not. Delete that one too, right? Wait, that's just that, right? Yeah, we'll delete it, start fresh. Right, so now I can create something. By the way, we're in WST, so we should probably hop over to the WST team and maybe invite you guys to this one. Then again, there's no point in inviting you unless you guys want to have like a team effort making some wireframes. Yeah, why not? I'll just do an invite anyway. Invite link, can edit. Sure, I'll let you guys edit. I'll just copy that link and paste it in Discord. So if anyone wants to join the team, you may. Let's go back to recent drafts. What's this in recents? Oh, this is probably in the CGD project, right? Hello world. Let me get rid of these because they're kind of pointless. Just making it take up space. What's this one? Oh, this is the one shared by, I think, Azusa, right? You shared this one. So I chose recent pages that I might have visited. All right, let's go back. Yeah, I mean, let's just create a brand new file. I'm gonna say new design file. So just go to recents or drafts. You can click new design file. Again, the FigJam thing, I don't know what that is. That's just, it doesn't have to do with making website wireframes, I don't think. But let me just check it out real quick. It lets you draw lines. Yeah, I'm not sure what you would do with this. Yeah, I don't know if this is for, I don't think you could use that for wireframing. Let's delete that. Okay, so new design file. Want to add more editors to this file? No thanks. It says drafts are only shareable with other viewers. Move this file to team project and collaborate. Okay, sure. Move file. Let's move it to the WST team project. And move to allow edits. Well, I'm still gonna rename this team project because it's too generic. Let me go back. Can we rename this? Rename. Call this 157 wireframes. Okay, so here we can, I'm in Figma, right? So gonna create a new frame. Click on the frame button. And let's start with, yeah, I guess we could start with a font size. Why not? Let's do pixel 2. And we're gonna want, well, see, I didn't do the initial planning part that I asked you guys to do, so now I have to think of something random. Yes, Milo? Question? What screen are you guys looking at? Oh my god. Okay, well, at least that's not the screen that's been recording the whole time. I've been recording. What was it? This screen? Screens. This one. Why does it come up at 7:06? It's 37 minutes. Eh. So you guys didn't see the whole when I was talking about share, you have to click this button, anyone with the link, instead of only with people invited to this file. That's why I wasn't able to see some of your projects that you shared with me because you had this on only people invited to this file. When you share this, make sure it's anyone with the link. Jeez. Okay, so back to files. Let me delete this. So I invited you guys into member. Okay, I see a couple of you join, Azusa and Sean so far. And then in CGD, I've got Mika. I guess I don't know if that's from recently. Oh, no, I don't know if that's recent or from a previous class I invited. But whenever I clicked on members, I get this invite button, and then I can share this link. And this is for more for teamwork. If you're gonna work on something together, want to work on the wireframes together, mix your ideas together, you could copy the link and share that. By the way, again, sorry I'm showing your email addresses, but too much trouble. I don't really edit the YouTube videos that I upload. I just upload it right after class, so email might end up on YouTube. But again, these videos are hard to find, so don't worry. Nobody looks at it except you guys. Okay, bring this back. And yeah, if we go to recents or drafts, we can click on new design file. Um, Figma Jam is just something else. Don't bother with this. I don't know what you would do with this, but lets you draw random stuff here. Anyway, yeah, don't worry about Figma Jam. Go back and delete that. So we're gonna do new design file. And then here we're gonna click this button, and this is your frame tool. We're gonna create our frame. I'm gonna start with um, just pick something. I'll go iPhone SE for our starting size. So this just means we're creating a wireframe for what it's gonna look like on a phone. Okay. Then I'm zooming in and out with the control and my mouse wheel. Yeah, control. If you're on a Mac, it might be different because Mac and Windows they mix up their control and the Windows button. Like the Mac uses the command button for a lot of things, which on Windows is the Windows button, which we don't really use for much, except for bringing up like the Windows search thing. Anyways, if you don't want to zoom like that, there's the annoying zoom in from here. I don't think there's a zoom tool, so that's weird. Oh, you'd think they would have a zoom tool as well. There's a hand tool though for moving around. Not sure why there's no zoom tool. You could also zoom in with control and plus, and control and minus can zoom out. Anyways, we're gonna um, let's do a page for some kind of um, let's do something that we haven't done before. How about like a uh, appliance repair company or something? Okay, so we do appliance repair. Might be a good idea to check out a few appliance repair. I mean, remember I told you guys to look at websites for inspiration, but that was a while ago. So appliance repair website. Well, this looks like a fancy one, modern. Um, I don't know. I expected appliance repair people not to have websites or something, but they do, and this one's not bad. And they've got what their logo at the top, and okay, this is the home page. I don't know what this was. This was okay. Let's go back there. Okay, so this is their homepage. We've got protection plans. Protecting tech has never been easier. Protection and safe. So they've got some insurance type stuff, I guess. Wait, Assurion is the. Sorry, this is not a appliance repair company. Isn't this the insurance company that you pay if you insure your phone, so in case you lose it or damage it? That's not what we're looking for. I want like a legit small business repair thing. And I was right. It's going to be hard to find a website for this. I don't know. When you're listening to the radio, there's always some kind of radio ad for this type of thing. How about I know there's that. I don't even know how to spell it, but Gettle air conditioning. I keep hearing this one, and I don't know how to spell it. Goettl. And there's Mo Plumbing. So this is the type of site I want to make. So here's Mo Plumbing. So we got home, about us, plumbing services, and under about us, our history, service area, industry affiliation. This is um more than I wanted to see. How about this one? Ghetto. Okay, so locations, phone number, careers, book now. And you can book for air conditioning, heating, plumbing. Check their locations. See the Ghetto story. And I don't know what this is, but just some extras that they threw in there. Yeah, expert center. And what does this do? So they've got information maybe about. Yep, it's like, I guess, frequently asked questions, or just like a help place to get some help. Their frequently asked questions and careers. This looked a lot like expert center. It does. By the way, this is pretty like simple stuff here. We've got like a hover effect. If you ever did want to create this, we can do that. Just scaling up the box, and then when you click on it, it just takes you somewhere else. We could maybe try building something too, since we have extra 2 weeks. All right, I'm gonna keep this open, and let's just do something similar to this in the wireframes, which of course you're allowed to do that. Your wireframes, you can be inspired by whatever you want. So this one's got a nice, just a traditional bar at the top type menu. How about on a mobile device though? How does this look on a phone? Let's do inspect. Click on this button. Here's what it looks like on a phone. First thing you see is experience the ghetto difference and a book now. And at the bottom, they've got their menu. That's cool. So instead of at the top, they put it at the bottom. The important stuff, they made it easy to access. Their location, call, homepage, book now, and the menu. So you have to open the menu to see the other stuff. And they've got this little chat plugin. By the way, these chat plugins, if you're using WordPress, there's just like there's a plugin. You just have to search for chat plugin, and you'll find it, and it's pretty easy to get that going. Not sure if they're free. They might be free, but might have to pay for them. Um, and they don't actually. I think it's just some kind of like a robot that is programmed to just answer questions. Say 91210. No service available for your zip code. Really? No service in Beverly Hills. That's not where I live. Let's do 9190010. About that one. Okay, that looks. That's weird. It works for 3 zeros. Oh, I guess it doesn't. That's not a valid zip code. 912007. Ah, okay, they're available there. We'll do plumbing. Get started. And just to test it out, let's ask it a question. See how these work exactly. Um, what do you do? Because I don't think it's a real person. Actually, it might be a real person. I'm assuming it's a robot. So maybe I have to close this and yeah, it might be a real person. Totten plumbing. Is this a real person? Why is it frozen? Yeah, it froze. Anyways, what I was about to say is I really hate these chatbots. They're like, especially when you go to like a dealership website, they just bombard you with these things, like asking you to ask them a question. This one didn't really, it was not that invasive, but it did freeze. So we gotta close it. Anyways, we got an idea. So put a menu at the top. And inside this menu, um, you could, you don't have to put an actual box. You could just list your buttons at the top. Well, we'll just do that. You can make this instead of a solid gray color, you could fill it with whatever color you want. Or you could fill it with no color and just give it a stroke instead. And then okay, let's add our buttons. So for the navigation buttons, I don't know if I'm actually gonna make like a button or I'll just list the names of the pages. So um, our story. Actually, maybe that'll be just an about page. So we'll just throw that in the about. And I'm holding Alt and dragging it to copy it. And this will be locations. Um, services. And I guess then we'll have the book now. So that is there like a call to action, right? The whole point of a plumbing service is to get you to call them for your plumbing needs or whatever this is, repair service, whatever we're making here. Um, so maybe just for that one button, you'll make it stand out a little bit. So maybe for that one button, I'll draw a rectangle. And inside there, I'll write book now. And you could round the corners pretty easily if you wanted to do that. And you could change the color pretty easily. But we're not trying to get like a final mock-up right now. We're just doing a wireframe. so maybe adding colors is unnecessary, but you can make your mockup as detailed as you want it to be. I'll do it like this, just, black and white. But just to show that that one button will stick out more than the others. Oh, and let's go back to Gettle, Goettl. Why does it keep taking me to Mo? Mo's stealing their customers. Gettle air conditioning. Okay. Locations. Oh, they put their phone number right there, and if you were on a phone, you would be able to click that button, and it'll bring up your phone dialing thing and actually call them. Here, when I click on it, since I'm on my desktop, it wants me to pick an app that I can call with, which I don't have, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's a pretty cool thing to have. You could well, let me inspect it real quick. Let's see what's involved in that. See, all it is so you don't have to do anything crazy or special to get a button that calls. You just have to put a link on it. See, href equals, and then just put tel, and then colon, and then the number that you want to call. That's pretty cool. I never tried that before, so I'm curious. What if we add that to here? Well, actually, I'll build a new page and we'll add it to it later. But that's pretty cool. Let me try to remember that one. So actually, I'll include it in my mockup. So maybe we'll build something with the mockup. Where did it go? That's not it. That's it. Okay. So let me rearrange this to actually look like this one. Locations. All about here. So the more important things is what they put up first. And different cities. And then you've got careers up there. I wouldn't think careers is something you would put up there. I don't know if that's one of their most important things they want people to click on. But whatever, that's what they chose to put up there. But the phone number definitely I think is a good idea. And we could just put 555 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Anyways, yeah, we'll just do that. And also this one, the book now, I don't want to always have to drag this one and then drag this one. So what you need to do is either group these or turn them into a component, or both. So you select the text and then the object you want behind it, and then right click and group selection. And remember, you could also create components. Like when you look here, so here's my iPhone SE. This is this frame, right? I could check what I have in there. So it's pretty much my layers. Got this group here, which I can rename to book now. And we got the phone number, locations, rectangle 1. Be more specific with that. Let's call that the header. And under assets, if I wanted to, I can right click on this. I could say create component. And then now it's under assets as this book now component. I can make copies of that, and I could pretty much use this as any other button. I could change the text in here. Learn more. The thing is though, if you wanted to change, like if we created multiple of these, if you change the original one, which is this one, right? This is what I created the component out of. If I go here and say want to edit this, see if I make it longer, the other ones get longer. If I change the color, the other ones also change color, but it's not gonna do the same if I change this one's color. This one will just change itself. So components are pretty useful. Um, Undo this and delete these. So since I'm gonna create a component out of that, it's called book now. You can't even, I don't think you could name the component, so never mind. If it was called book now, I was gonna just change it to button, just so you know it's more generic, but that's fine, I'll leave it like that. So if I ever need to use a button again, I could just use that component. Okay, so I need to make a little bit of room here because I need to add a hamburger button. So this one, you can see it's helping me space them apart evenly, and I'm gonna maybe make it a little bit thicker. Oh, when I did that, they didn't equally get thicker, so let me just take this one. That's fine. And then take that and make that black. Okay. And then group it together because like this, it's gonna be hard to click. So I'm gonna say group selection. And then just to test it out, I'm gonna go to prototype. Actually, I need a second page real quick. I'm just gonna do this just for testing purposes. I'm gonna make another frame here. Let's make it the same. I chose pixel 2. No, I chose, what did I choose last time? iPhone SE. Yeah, it says it right there. Anyway, so I'm just for testing, I'm gonna go to prototype and here. So when I click this, I want it to take me here. Let's say. So and then test it out with the play button. Click that, takes us to the empty page. Okay, good, so it works. Yep, okay. I'll delete this, go back to design. So that's in prototype view. You can do drag and choose where you want it to take you when you click something. Or you could even change it to hover in different states. So that's gonna be there. What else? What do you do? Dutton plumbing. Well, this is still here. Are you a real person or am I chatting with a bot? Let's find out. Because it could easily be, going to someone's phone as a text message, like, hey, someone's asking a question through your chat app, and then a real person might be replying. Or it could be some kind of artificial intelligence, like those bonsai buddies or um, Siri or whatever, could be talking back to you. But I'm not sure which one it is. I haven't actually tried these, but it is one of the plugins that you can get in WordPress sites. That's why, like, if you ever go to some um, dealership, let's just type in, I don't know, Honda. Maybe I didn't choose the right dealer. Let's do a more, let's do like Chrysler. I don't see the annoying bot. They usually pop up somewhere. Oh, well, here it is. You got the message thing. Well, this one's not as bad as some of the other ones. Let's go to bad one. Or I think it happens like, yeah, there it is. So it just pops up. Um, yeah, these things are annoying. I'm guessing it's a real person. It's gotta be because a bot would not take that long to reply. Anyways, I'm gonna exit this. But yeah, you could easily have some kind of an app programmed into your website where it will send you text messages to a certain number, or it could be to email or something. I don't know, but it's not like very difficult to get something like that going for your website. We're gonna leave that out of this one though. We're not gonna add a little chat thing there. So um, let's look. So on the very first thing that you see here, zoom into 100. We do things the right way, not the easy way. Their motto is up there. They've got a nice picture on a nice background, and then book now button, of course, because that's the first thing they want you to do. Or I mean, the final thing that the whole point of this visit is to book something. So we got to get that in here too somewhere. Um, on the mobile though, let me see what that design looked like. Yeah, so it's just that entire image, and there is no menu anymore on the mobile. It's um, when you scroll down, that's weird. It's like disconnected. Let me make this bigger. Okay, so there it is. So there's the book now, and the menu's on the bottom. But we'll and they got little icons. Ah, that's better design. So I want to do that. So here we'll replace this instead of locations. We'll create that little. I don't know if it's easy to create these in Figma. Probably, yeah, I don't think we could modify shapes like that. I'd have to like draw it. Um, what does the location thing look like? It's more of a teardrop? No, it's more like this. But they don't have like a tool for modifying. Or do they? Let me see. Control. Oh, yeah, you just have to hold control. But what if I want to move it? I can't really do that. Double click. Yeah, you could kind of draw like it's in Adobe Illustrator. Anyways, that's my location thing. Not saying you should go in and start drawing here, by the way. You could probably just go find a quick image on Google of what that pin drop thing looks like. I just felt like drawing it real quick, but done. Switch to a circle and just draw a little circle in there. Not exactly centered. There we go. Make that white. Make this nothing. Make this black. There we go. So now instead of locations, we have a location icon. And I'm not even gonna try drawing a phone and all the other stuff there. But you could get a lot of these things from Google Fonts. I think might have. Actually, no. Does Google Fonts have Google Font icons? Maybe they do. Yeah, it looks like they might. How do we use these? Or we could just download a SVG right here. Or a PNG. I'll just download a PNG. I just drag this in here. It's supposed to be small, so. And also, this is a PNG. There's a double the size. This one's better quality. I'll make that smaller. We do need a home button. What else do we need? We need a phone and a pin drop. So this is good that Google Fonts provides all these. It's easy to find. We don't have to search for a bunch of different websites and sign up for stuff. So what do we need? Let's see if we could search location. There we go. I guess any of these would work. Let's just take this one. Download the PNG. Also gonna need a phone, so let's type phone. Yeah, we'll take. I mean, it's the same thing. Take this one. And like a calendar for booking, I guess, right? That's guessing that's what that button is. Let's get started. Yep, that's for booking. So, calendar. What if I typed book? It's actually gonna show books. That's obvious. Calendar or reserve, maybe reservation. Um, this one's a little harder to search, but they are just using a calendar on the Gettle website. So reserve doesn't bring up anything. Booking. Maybe I've typed booking. Oh, appointment. Oh, there's a. Oh, okay. Maybe there is stuff. I had to scroll. Booking. Nope, there's nothing. Appointment. There's a book online icon. I don't know. That's just weird. Like, I don't think anyone would get it. Reserve didn't have anything, right? No icons for reserve. Um, call to action. That's not gonna. Nope. I guess this was the closest. Uh, I guess yeah. This would work. I don't know why I didn't go with this in the beginning. Just event, right? That would make sense. Looks like Yeah, that'll work. Anyways, let me take all of these and let me make a new folder here and I'll paste these in here. So later when I do decide to build the site, I might want to use these same icons. I tried appointment logo. It wasn't coming up. Um, they all have the same name. That's confusing. Let me delete these. I wish it said the name of the thing. Okay, anyways, let's do it one by one. Extract. Um, extract this one. Extract this one. And where's 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 0, 1, 2, 3. So, I've got that one. I've got that one. I've got that one. I don't have this one, I guess. Okay, let me delete these zip files. They're confusing. And then let's just get the 2 times. I don't know why they had to give us so many different ones. But paste that one. Delete that. Take that one out. Paste it here. This one too. What about this one? Okay, delete those. Jeez. Okay, I think I got them all now. Alright, so yeah, we'll put it here. We need this. That will replace the phone number. Book now will be replaced by no, not that. We'll put that there, bro. Put this locations, home, calling, event. This will be the book now button. Okay. And yeah, we'll leave it there. And if you want to spread these apart nice and evenly, select all of them. Click on distribute horizontal spacing. Alrighty. So Google Fonts if you want to get some simple icons. You could also install these as a font, I believe. Then how would you use it though? Span class equals material icons. I think you just include the code and that's it. Like, let me try copy pasting this into, like, here, for example. Not there. If I inspect Google real quick, and you could mess around with any page, by the way. You just if you right click inspect, you could go into the HTML or the CSS, and you can mess around. Like, if I double click here, let me just put like something right here inside the body. Uh, Edit as HTML. Paste that in there. Oh, it didn't work. It just says date range. I thought it would show the icon. Oh, you have to follow some instructions before you do that. Um, yeah, you'd have to include this little bit of code in your CSS, I believe. I don't know. I haven't actually tried using these, but it didn't work that way. Anyways, okay. We'll just download it. That works too. Okay, so here we'll have a giant picture. Either covering the entire page or not. Um, so this will be a picture, but I want to cover the entire page. And I'll just draw a line through the middle to show that it's an image. Actually, what's better, since we have Google icons open, let's do picture, search for a image, and then this will be better. Actually, this one, let me download the SVG instead of a PNG. I should just done that. So SVG is a vector image, so you can make it as big as you want. Zoom in on it as much as you want. But I don't know if Figma will let me stick it in there though. Show in folder. Let's go to Figma. Drag it in here. Oh yeah, it does work. Okay, so we could use that. So this is better because I can make this big as I want and it won't lose quality. So just to show that there's an image here, and I'll gray it out so it's not like in the way of things. This will be an image. Um, just do that, and on top of it we'll have a button. And remember, I created a asset here. Unless I deleted it. Oh yeah, I deleted the asset, so it's not there anymore. I'll just have to make a new one. We'll have a rectangle here, and inside it we'll say book now. And to edit this rectangle, I'll double click on it and around the corners. make this black, make this white. Okay. I'm gonna select these and group them together. I don't know why the whole thing is grouped. Oh, I accidentally created a frame in here, it looks like. Oops. I put a frame inside a frame instead of. I drew this, I guess, instead of a rectangle earlier. So what should we do? Let's just take all of this, move it to iPhone SE. And then this random group here that I have, there's nothing else left in there, so I'm gonna delete that. Actually, we just click on it and press delete. Alright, that was confusing. So here, that's why it was making me double click. Alright, and then let's create our second artboard here. It will be another iPhone SE. Put that right next to it. On this page, you want to show some of the same stuff. I'm going to copy that over. Actually, since we're going to be reusing this, why don't we create a component out of it? Now it's a component, so call that component header. So if I need it, I'll just go to my components and drag it in there like that. So book now, what do we want to see when we click on book now? Well, on this website, when you book, they want to know where you live and what you need, and then get started. So maybe we'll pop something up like that here too. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with just no background color and just a outline on these. So location, or yeah, zip code. So this will be a form, so like an input form in HTML. Those just usually look like a rectangle like this, but you could obviously make it look like whatever you want. We don't have to copy them exactly, so we'll do this a little bit differently. Here we'll ask for zip code. So the form can have a placeholder. So in HTML form, you could easily add a placeholder. Just use the placeholder attribute. And then this one will be, actually, we're not going to say anything. Actually, we'll say service. Choose a service. Choose service. This will be a drop down, so it will have a little triangle here. Make that a little bit bigger. I don't know why that does not look right. look better? No, it's a V. Okay. Might as well write the letter V there. Anyways, I can't even stretch it. Okay, there's a drop down. You can make that nicer, but and then another one that just says, well, this one will be a button. I've already created buttons before. Wait, why is there so many of these? Delete, delete. So this button, I'm gonna make it a component. I'm gonna reuse it here. I'm gonna say get started. And we can make the button a little bit smaller. And it's really hard to edit. I'm trying to move the text up a little, but I don't know why it's not letting me. Whatever. Okay, get started. And we want to show this whenever we click this. So what we do is click this, and we gotta go to prototype, and then click this little output and have this take us to this page. Okay, so now if I click play, if I click book now, it says get started. So it's a nice way to show what's gonna happen. And that's just a tiny little part of our website. You could even go further now and make another iPhone SE over here on this side. And in this one, you could even go as far as to show what happens when you click the drop down. So I could drag these guys over. Let me go to design view actually. Back in design, we will copy pretty much all of this over here. And what we'll do is we'll show no getting started, but was it HVAC? I don't even know what that means, but it's there. HVAC, plumbing, water treatment. What is HVAC? I'm curious now because I always see it and I don't know what it means. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Okay, that's what that means. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, HVAC. In case you guys were also wondering, that's what that means. HVAC and plumbing and water treatment. These will be black. So then going back to prototype, I can say if you click this button, you'll go to this screen and then click play. So now it's like I've got something working here. We click book now and we click this button, gives us a little drop down. See that? It tricked you into thinking I actually made this have a drop down, but it's just switching to the other prototype. So I click this one and then it just shows me this one. I click that one, shows me that one. Pretty easy to do, and then I don't know where this came from. Oh, it's just bringing it to itself. Anyways, It's 8:04, so let's take a break, and then I don't know if we'll continue with this, but hopefully you guys see how easy and fun it is to work with Figma. So those of you who have not finished um your outlines yet, your what do you call it? Your wireframes, try to use Figma. I know you could use any other thing you want, but Figma's pretty cool. Alright, break time, so I'll see you in 15. So yeah, as you can see, I created three different um, frames for this particular wireframe, but they're all actually the same page. This is all home page. I'm just showing what happens when you click the book now button. Maybe this little pop-up pops up where it asks for you to enter a zip code and choose a service and get started. And then I also showed what happens when you click the drop down. It shows you this little bit, but it's all just the home page. So let's do an actual second page that you would get to. Well, let's check out some of these guys' pages. How do we exit this? Say I want to cancel. I don't want to do this anymore. Is it just gonna be stuck on this? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the little button. So if we click the call button, it's gonna bring up their different locations to call. And then if you click on it and you're on your phone, it's actually gonna call. But we don't want to do that. Click the book button, it just brings up this same thing. So clicking this does the same as clicking book now. So in our wireframes here, if I click prototype, we could also have this thing. Let me see. Well, I guess since it's a component, I can't really. Well, no, I still can. Just have to hold the control button. So if I hold control, I can drag from here to here. So both this and that button will lead us to here. Now if I click this button, we can click book now to get here. Let me also make one that takes us back to the home page. That would be useful here. If we ever click, let's go to prototype. If I ever click this button, oops, hold control. So whenever you have a group or a component and you want to click on one of the buttons inside that component, you got to hold control. So hold control, it'll bring up that little circle. So we want this to take us back to the home page. Also this one. Hold control, and then this will take us back there. Alright, so if I click home, I'm back here. So I could click book now to get here, or I can click this button and it'll get there too. So now it's showing both of those. What else? Let's do one of the other pages. Let's do what happens when we click air conditioning. Ooh, then we're hit with a bunch of information here. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, the way this is presenting us with all of this. Might not be 100% accurate. This does, I mean, it has this phone mode in your Chrome browser. You could click to preview it on different phones, but I don't think it's 100% accurate. If you did want more accurate, I mean, you could always visit the site on your phone, of course. But if you're on your computer and you're just testing things out, you could also install things like Android Studio, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But even that, I don't think won't be as accurate as actually taking your phone and visiting the site to see what that page looks like. So I'm about to do it right now just to see how accurate it is, and I'll let you know. GOETTL.com, and I'm gonna visit air conditioning page. Yeah, it's pretty much that's what it looks like on the mobile. Okay. Um. Anyways, they should probably fix that because the logo is like in the middle of the text, and the text is centered. It's an easy fix. um. So if I wanted to do something like this, we could make it super tall and try to show the rest of the stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll just create another frame, another stick to iPhone SE. Make it maybe a little bit taller, just to show some more stuff in there. But this page, we'll keep our menu. We'll keep that up there. I'm sorry. I'm in the prototype mode. I should go back to design before I do this. There we go. So in design view, add that in there. And if you wanted to show a bunch of text, we could make a text box here. And yeah, it doesn't have placeholder text like in Adobe. You could insert placeholder text. But why don't we just get some from Lorem Ipsum? If you want to have more fun with the Lorem Ipsum, this one, loremipsum.com, just give you basic Lorem Ipsum, and you could generate like how many paragraphs, words, or whatever you want. So 5 paragraphs generate, gives me some random Lorem Ipsum to use for this. I guess that was too much. But yeah, if you want to have fun with the Lorem Ipsum, there's other Ipsums. There's like a pirate Ipsum I've seen used before. Actually, the last time I tried this, it wasn't working. Let's see if it's still not working. Yeah, see, it's supposed to load me some Lorem Ipsum, but it never does. It doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe it works on your computer. It doesn't work here. There's like cheese, Ipsum. I think this one works. Let's do medium. Start with, okay, just click generate. So this just gives you a bunch of words that have to do with cheese. Let's take a couple paragraphs and paste it in here. Oh. And yeah, if you just click paste, it's gonna come in like that, but I should actually make a text box and fill it in. And of course the text doesn't fit in there, so let me make that box bigger. I think I got too much text. Or maybe I should decrease the font size. Let's bring that down to 12 or 14. So we'd give it some padding if we were going to do this. You don't want text going from edge to edge. But this would be what? Um, there's an air conditioning page, right? Air conditioning service and installation. So you're gonna want it to have the title at the top. Just say air conditioning. Make that bigger. Put that title up there. We get some information about air conditioning, and I don't run a air conditioning repair service, so I gotta look at their website to see what else they would have here. Find your nearest location. It's a good thing to have there. And fix it and forget it repairs, year-round comfort, rejuvenation, and tune-up. Book now. Okay, just more basic information. And it's down here, air conditioning services, expert center. Okay, well, a whole bunch of stuff here. But let's stick with we'll add a book now button and maybe the location stuff. Find your nearest location, book now. And this will be a button again. Find your nearest location. I will make that font smaller so it fits in there. Make this longer and shorter. And maybe these book now. These look nice. Something to have on your page. So I'll probably just put one picture, and I want to insert the image here. So I already have that image. I want to use that image placeholder that I used for this one right here. I guess I could just copy it there, but I want to see where they store it in Figma. File, images. Well, that goes to your computer. I guess I don't think it has a place where it stores all this stuff, does it? Under assets, no. What about no? Okay, so I'll just have to copy paste it. Just to show that this is an image. Have an image there and then some kind of title. Fix and forget. And I'm gonna borrow some of this cheese Ipsum over here. And we'll delete some of it. Okay, anyway, so there you go. There's another page there. Well, how do we get there though? Because that's the air conditioning page. None of these are the air conditioning buttons, so I should probably put something between that one and these guys. So I'll add in another page here, another Since I'm doing iPhone SE, I'm gonna stick with that. But on this one, we're also gonna need the header, so I'll bring that in. This is just what do we want the menu to look like. That's pretty simple, right? Here you click, brings this up in mobile menu. We're gonna have something a bit different down here instead, and it brings up the menu from the bottom. But that's where you get your air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and all that. So on this one, I don't have to do it that way. I could say my menu comes in from the right side, like we did with this example. Kind of, I like the thing coming from the right side. On the mobile phone, I think that looks nice. But I don't know, if your menu's on the bottom, then I guess it would make sense for it to pop up from down there. But kind of like that one. So we'll do the same. And also, this will allow me to reuse that some of the stuff we made for that other page in case we do rebuild this. I don't want to go through the whole process of creating a hamburger icon and animated it again because that took a while. So I'm trying to move this. It's not letting me grab it. Where am I here? Gotta make sure I did not mess anything up in my layers. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I wanna rearrange these though. So we get 5 here. Cheese triangles. Oh, this is outside of there. Let me delete that. And yeah, I wanted to move this up, but it doesn't seem to let me. Okay, no, now it does. That's weird. Because you have to select it from there or something. Now I can move it. It wasn't lined up perfectly. That's all I wanted to do. Okay, just checking if my recording is still going. I didn't want to forget to record. Alright, so yeah, we want to make the menu pop up. So let's do that. When we click this button, what we want to see is, first of all, actually that could stay where it is. We don't have to mess with that. Want to see something slide over here, just like we did before. Give that a white background maybe, and um, yeah, I'll give it a white background and just put a stroke on it since that's what I've been doing. So clicking that will bring up this, which will bring up put a close button. It's the worst close button I've ever seen. And normally this thing's good at um, snapping to points to help you with stuff. I don't know why it's not doing it here. There we go. Okay, and let's make that thicker, of course. Ah, there. Okay, make that thicker. try to keep that in the same spot as the other one. And let's group it. Group selection. Call that the close button. What's this? What's this frame? Let's delete that. I don't know. I accidentally created a frame here. I'm gonna delete that. Keep my layers clean here. Alright, and let's just get to the point here. We're gonna add air conditioning. Plumbing. Air conditioning, heating, plumbing. Heating. I probably make these a little bit bigger. And center them. So to center them, you could select them and just click that button and horizontal or vertical distribute, evenly space them apart. I feel like they could use some more room apart from each other. I'm missing a bunch of other buttons here. So we'll add all these other things. Of course, we're not going to create them though. Air conditioning, heating, plumbing, locations. Just select all of these. Center those. Not sure why this one doesn't look centered. Well, it's probably because of the size of the box that it's in. So we'd have to center text align as well as center that. So now it's more centered. And also vertical distribute. Plumbing, our story or something. Careers, just some random stuff we can add here. Contact. And just throw in one real one. Let's just throw in the FAQ. Okay, so now go to prototype, and in prototype we can say when we click this button, so again I have to hold control because this is part of a component. The hamburger button is part of the header component. So right now it's only showing this one dot here. What happens if I click on any part of that? But hold control and it will show you a piece of it. So hopefully it's not just this piece though. I want the whole. Okay, I might have to go and group this actually before I do this. So let's start with the original, which is this one. It is grouped, so yeah, I think it'll be fine if I hold control and then do this. Takes us to this page. And if this one, I click on this button, we want it to take me back to the home page. And if I click the air conditioning, I want to take me to this page. Alright, so I just created a bunch of new connections we can test out. So clicking this takes us back here. Clicking this takes us to booking. Clicking this one gives us this drop down. Clicking home button gets us here. Clicking this one, oh, it's not working. I think I only did it on the one of the pages. Yeah, I only did it on that one, that's why. It only works there. So I gotta also do that on every other page here. So hold control, drag this over to here. And here as well. If I click that button, I don't know why it's showing me the individual bars, but yeah. Click that, takes us there. And now it should work. So anytime I click, oh, it still doesn't work for this one. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I have to click on a specific bar here. Let me delete it. Oh, no, delete that. Try one more time. I want to make sure that takes me here. There we go. Alright, so we got a pretty decent prototype going here. So far I've got, let me rename these. This one I will call 4, and this one I will call 5. And so let me share this. I'm gonna do anyone with the link. Oh, and it's under draft, so I think we could switch this to, if I switch it over to WST, wireframes, move there. So now it's part of, when I go back to files, now that's part of this group, WST wireframes group. Click this, and it opens up. It's called Untitled. Let's rename it though. Wireframes 1. Oops. Wireframes 1. There we go. And now if I go to share, can edit. So now it lets me have the option of can edit. Before it was only can view because it wasn't part of a team. But now that I made it part of 157, I can do can edit. So if I copy this link and I share it with you guys, anyone that's in this team can go in and edit this. So why don't you guys try it right now? Someone click on that link and go make a change. Let me see if I could see you changing it live. I think I should be able to see you changing it in real time if you do go in there. Anyways, give me like 2 minutes. I've got something I gotta throw out here before it gets cold. Hold on, I think I forgot to put can edit. Let me try that again. Let me delete that other link. Paste the new one. Anyone with the link can edit. So let's see if it works. See if you can edit that. Did anyone try to click that link and see if you could change stuff? I think I tried this once before and it was showing like the changes in real time. So if you start moving the mouse around or changing something, like I'll be able to see it while it's happening. Or maybe it only works if I like invite someone specifically. But then it does say anyone with the link can edit, so oh, and I also need to invite you guys to the team, of course. There's only a couple of you in here. Go back to files. Go to WST. Let me add some members here. I'm gonna invite a couple more. Or I'm gonna say members invite copy link because there's only two of you joined last time, so why don't I do this? Send the invite one more time so you're able to. So click that link to join the team and then click the link above to see if you could edit this. Okay. So click that link to join and then someone try editing something. Boom, there you go. Thank you. So yeah, as you can see, like as Sean is editing, I can see her mouse live. So that's something really cool about Figma. So if someone else joins, see, come on, more of you join. Click the bottom link to join the team and then click the top link to start editing. There we go. Charlene joined us. So I wonder if we could come up with a project where we could all work on something together. That would be pretty cool. That's that's cool, huh? It just shows live. Yep, I see you. So what I'm thinking is, since we have 2 more weeks than I thought, um, I'm gonna have to think about this, but I'll try to put together some kind of a either partner project or a group project where you guys can collaborate on some kind of. You'll build a website, but instead of doing it alone, um, work together on it, I guess. But I gotta figure out the details though, like who's gonna be partners, or should it be just a one big huge group effort? If you guys have good ideas, let me know. We can make this fun if we collaborate, and then we'll figure out how to collaborate on the building the site, the actual site, because this is just for prototyping. Anyways, let's see, it's 9:03 already. Since it's 9:03 and we've created um this mock-up over here, or wireframes at least, why don't we try making like a mock-up now? Because that's the next project, right? You did the wireframes, next we gotta do a mock-up. And actually this works out because I didn't think about this the first time. But if this was the final week, you'd barely have enough time to do your mock-ups and then to actually build the page. So gives us a little more time, which we needed. So I'm gonna go back to files. This is our wireframes. We're gonna create a new design file, and this one we'll call. Actually, I wonder if I can. It would be really helpful if I could duplicate that last project. So let me go back. There might be a way to duplicate it. Let me delete this one. I'll right click this. Oh yeah, duplicate. So I've duplicated it. I'm gonna rename it. Call this mockup one. So we got our wireframes here. We got our mockup on this one. So this is officially now our mockup. So in the mockup, we can actually start designing it with more detail. So adding our colors and fonts and actual images. Not sure what image we would use as a background on this, but maybe some kind of. Well, the ghetto website has like a living room, right? Because they come to your house and fix things, so makes sense. So I'll go to Unsplash, and let's start with home. And maybe a picture of someone's kitchen. I don't know if that's gonna look good, but let's download it and check it out. Let's do medium size. And I should start, I'm gonna be creating a website later, so I've got my outlines here. What I should do is this new folder that I created earlier where I saved those icons, like the home button, the location button and stuff. I'm gonna rename this to um, HVAC site. Remember what HVAC stands for? I don't remember. Air conditioning is the AC part. Heating, what was the V for? I forgot. HVAC. Heating, ventilation. Okay, that yeah. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning site. And then we'll put these in a images folder. maybe we'll call this, we'll create another folder here called icons. We'll throw these in there. And then for the other images, we'll take this picture that I just downloaded and put it there. And I'll replace this image placeholder, which I also downloaded. I should also save that in my icons folder. Let me see if it's in my downloads folder. What was this? Oh yeah, it was that. So we'll throw that in there too. And this one, I guess I made a copy there, so I'll delete this one. We'll take that out. Make sure this is centered on the page. And we'll put that image in the background. Okay, comes in pretty big, so I'm gonna make that smaller. Big enough to maybe cover the page here, but yeah, that I don't know if that was the best picture to use for this size though. Also, it should be in the back of things, and it should also, let's see, this iPhone SE. Make sure it's actually inside the that frame. So drag it in there. Just drag it to the bottom. There we go. So it's in the frame. It's the last thing in there. So it's on the bottom. It's behind the Book Now button. But yeah, it looks like this picture is not the best for this. I mean, that works. I guess if you frame it like this, right in the middle, you see like a microwave and a kitchen. I don't know. It's it's usable. I'll leave that one. And this one, what happened to my buttons? Oh, what happened to the buttons? I think they were linked, and since I moved the link, they no longer show. See, these all disappeared. Um, can we relink them somehow, or do I have to move those back to where I got them? I'll just, what should we do? Flatten, frame, center back, copy, paste to replace. No. Okay, so what happened is whenever I moved the icons, they used to be in a folder called new folder. So let's see if they come back. If I make a new folder and I drag these in there, will they show up again? Nope, they're still gone. Unable to leave. The current document has unsaved changes. Oh, it's still trying to save. I wonder why it's not able to save soon enough. It doesn't tell me anywhere that it's saving. Go back to files. Current document has unsaved changes. I wonder why it's taking so long to save. This file has unsaved changes. Well, I think we could save if we do this. File, save, local copy, no. Okay, I don't know why it's stuck on saving. And um there's no like little indicator that's like loading or anything to tell me it's still trying to save. Maybe it's stuck. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it'll take this long to save. Maybe this picture is too big or something. I have no idea. Okay, well, let me delete that. Let me delete these. Okay, well, something was wrong. I guess those icons that disappeared. Let's go back to wireframes one. Okay, so here they're here, but that's because I moved them back to new folder. But let's go back to files and let's um, move these back here. And then try again with wireframes one. Oh yeah, they're still saved. So I don't know why in the mockup they disappeared. It's strange. Let's delete the mockup again, delete that and duplicate this. Try one more time, hopefully it doesn't do that again. Let me rename this mockup one. Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I duplicate the project, the icons don't show up for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because it's like referencing my local files. Duplicate. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it doesn't copy those over. So that must be just some kind of glitch. Oh, you even here now it's gone. Very strange. Okay, that's not good. That's fine. I'll just start over with the icons then. It's not a big deal. And I'm also just gonna put everything where I want it to be. These will be there. Okay, so we're looking at the mockup at the moment. I need all four of these right here. Oh, look at that, it just popped them back in where they're supposed to be as soon as I dragged it in. That's good. And look, they're all back. All I had to do was drag them in here. Let's go back to wireframes one. Oh, they're back here too. Okay, they're in the mockup and the wireframes. Alright, so this picture, see, since I went through all that, let me try one more picture here, like this one, another living room. And let's put that in here. And use this one as a background. Alright, so I want this in that frame. Okay, so I drag it in there. I want it on the bottom. Let's make it smaller. Make sure it's on the bottom of iPhone SE1. And we could even rename these to make more sense. Let's call this iPhone SE. Instead of 1, I'm going to call it home. And then this one, instead of 2, I'll call it book now pop-up. And then this one, call it service drop down. And this one, menu open. And this one we'll call it AC for air conditioning. Okay. Alright, so let's think about what we want the header to look like. Right now it's just outlines, but what if we did not even have a box for this? So I think I have to go into assets and actually, how do I double click? How do I edit the original? I think I have to just double click this and edit it. So first of all, I would try to get rid of that rectangle in the back. So let me go to layers. So for header, um, I'm not sure how we could edit the header after I've turned it into a component. It doesn't really let me go inside. I mean, I could move these around inside. Oh, there it is actually, sorry. Header. And then, so why is this called header? Okay, I was confused. I thought this was a group, but it's not. So I'm just gonna delete that. I don't need it. And then this picture can go all the way to the top. I think that looks okay. Just to help make that a little bit more visible, I could maybe instead of deleting that header that I just deleted, let me undo it. Instead of deleting it, I will, let's again bring this up here. I'll just fill it with like a transparent white or something. So I'll get rid of the stroke that's on it, and instead we'll add a fill that's slightly visible, like 50%. Yeah, that would work. So now that's my menu. It should change the same on all the other ones since that was a component. This is why I'm glad I made it a component, because now, like if we drag this image over here, wait, what did I just drag? I want to drag just a picture, not the whole frame, obviously. So I guess I'll just grab that picture, um, copy it over to here. Make sure it's in here. There we go. So now it's inside the Book Now dropdown, so, or Book Now pop-up. Put that in there. Put it on the bottom of the stack. Make sure it's still in the layer though. Just put it under header. And yeah, there it will go. So yeah, as you can see, since I changed this one to have that transparent white background, this one also has it. And then for this little pop-up that comes up, we could make this one, I don't know, just get rid of the border on it. And maybe just make this a bit transparent, like that. And we could also maybe make our inputs look a little bit nicer with no outlines on them. Why don't we do this? Let's make this black. And then we could make this button a different color. So you start choosing what colors you want to use. Or you could stick with black and white. That's popular too. I kind of like black and white. Go with like this muted blue color instead. And since I'm using that color, I might use it again. It should save it somewhere. Let me see. It might have it in your recents, but I can also what is this button? Blend mode? No, that's not what we want. There should be a way to save that color. I think it's that one. It's like already saved. So let me test it out. If I click this, will I? Yeah, there it is. So there's a document color. So any colors that you're using will be shown down there. That's good. While I'm at it, I'll also make this one that same color. This thing. I think it is already. Okay, so. Or sorry, that's the stroke. I meant to do the fill that color. Yeah, I wanted that color, but transparent. So I'll do that and just lower the opacity. Cool. And then for this, instead of the letter V, I don't know what's a nice looking drop down. Why don't we get our ideas from this guy? If we do book now, that's all it is. It's just a triangle, just a V, but wider than what I had, of course. So choose a service. We'll put a triangle. Triangle, but make that triangle like this a little bit. And also cut. I don't know if we could actually subtract selection. Boom, there we go. Now we have a nicer looking drop down button. And we'll change that color to this color as well. Um, so these that are PNGs, unfortunately, you can't change the color of these icons because they're PNGs. But that's why when you get the fonts from Google Fonts, it's probably better. Don't download a PNG, just get a SVG instead. If you get a SVG of all of these, actually, I'm going to convert all of these to SVG right now because SVG is just better. So my phone, outline thing, event, home button, anyways, all those, gonna delete them. I'm gonna replace them with an SVG like this picture icon that I got. So starting with home, we want that home button as SVG. So download, show in folder, and let's just drag that into our icon. So home black. Again, that black, we should be able to change it. I'm not just assuming. I know I'm pretty sure I've done it before. You're able to change the SVG colors. So calendar is another one we needed. This one, get the SVG of that. That one, okay. We also need location. Get the SVG. What else? Location, image, home, the booking button. I forgot what else we needed. I think that was it. Let's go back to Figma. Where is Figma? There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna replace these. I don't know what the easiest way would be. Let's start with the location one. What if I just drag it directly over? No. I'll just have to delete it and replace it like this. And also make sure this is part of the header, which it is. Okay, so it's in the right group. The home button. Let's replace that one. Home. And you can clearly see how much cleaner that SVG is than the PNG because this is vector. This is a raster image made out of pixels. So we'll delete that and replace that. Oops. And then the phone icon. Oh, that's the last one I forgot. Phone. Get that SVG. Add it to my folder here. Much better. We'll delete that one. Replace it with that one. And then the calendar. There we go. Alright, so much cleaner buttons. And since, again, that was a component, all the other ones are also now updated. I don't have to do it 5 times, so just do it once because this was a component. Um, Again, to make something a component, you just select a group of objects, you right click and say make component. And then your components show up in the assets. There's my 2 components. I've got this book now button as a component, and I've got this header as a component. So make sure you take advantage of that. You'll be thankful when the time comes and you actually needed it to be a component, just like right now. Alright, so like I said, we should be able to now change their colors if these are SVGs. And as you can see, I can select this and I can go to select colors, and there you can see I can change the color. So I'm going to set it to that slightly grayish blue color that I'm using. It's not much different than black, you can't really tell, but it's enough for me to make it look a little more unique. Okay, and also I think, I'm not sure, but if I go to my local document colors, I might be able to, oh no, I would have to create a style out of it, I think. Never mind. I was thinking if I updated this color, then the others would all update too, but I don't think it works that way. Never mind. Okay. It would if, I think, if you created like a color style or something, which you can do. I think if you click color styles, so click those 4 dots and create a color style out of this. So click that plus sign, create new color style. I don't know where this name is coming from, italic blue, but that sounds like it matches, so I'll call it that, italic blue. So now that I created a style out of italic blue, I think I should be able to edit that color now and um, like edit style. So right now it's this dark kind of blue color, but brighten it. But since I didn't apply it to these, it didn't really change them. So, but I could just apply them now though. Like select those and then select the color. Let's choose from the styles. That one. There we go. Okay, so now that that style is applied to them, that color style, if I ever wanted to change that color, go to my italic blue style that I created and right click and say edit style, and then click here and then make it whatever color I want. Go with something like that. And then they'll all update. So that's good. So there's styles in here. Styles, classes, components, very useful stuff. Cool. So you can see I'm slowly converting that wireframe that I had into a final looking mock-up, and really helps when you start with the wireframe, because then you just have to go in and fill it in with some colors and stuff. So this, I'll just delete that. Actually, let me just drag this here. Where is that? Okay, so this is here, so I'll drag this right here. Delete this one, replace it with this one. Okay, as for this drop down, well, this one will get rid of that stroke on it, and then this one will also get rid of the stroke. I guess that's fine. Simple white drop down. You could add effects to these as well, so maybe I'll add a drop shadow just so we could see the bottom of it. Okay, as for the menu, when the menu is open, first of all, this will be this color. Can't help but feel like this isn't exactly right. Yeah, this is the bottom, I think, is a little longer than the top part. But whatever, it's not really not something I should worry about. There we go. That looks better. Um, Also a little bit thinner, just to match this. Okay, so here whenever we click on this button to open our menu, what's gonna pop up is probably, I'm just gonna go with that same color I've been using. So for this, we'll use, for the fill, that color. Wait, where did this italic? I thought I updated that color. Oh, I did. I just didn't apply it to everything. So, um, can't tell. Is that the same color? Yeah, it is. So it's gonna be that color. We'll make these white because they're on a dark background. This will have to be white as well, I guess. We can't leave it italic blue. And there's my alarm in case I'm asleep to make sure I remember to. It's 9:40, so yeah, we're almost done with class. So I don't know. I didn't do too much lecture today, mostly just showing you how easy Figma is. I'm hoping you guys start building using this. What happened to that thing? That's strange. I lost it. Pressing Control Z trying to go back, but oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so back here. There it is. I don't know how that disappeared. So we don't want this to be italic blue. We want it to be just white. And these guys, let's make them italic blue as well, just to keep with the theme. And just to make sure that, uh-oh, what happened to that one? There we go. Italic blue. This button as well. Alright, so now I'm using components I'm using, yeah, a component. I think that was what it was called, right? Component. Let me just make a couple shapes here just to see if we can do that again. Yeah, create component. That's how you do it. It's called a component. So those components I'm using, so I don't have to remake them all the time. And if I make a little change, I don't have to redo the change 20 times. I'm using a style for my color. So that way if I decide, okay, I don't like this shade of blue, maybe I like that darker shade better, then I just need to change the italic blue style. So, I mean, I named it italic blue, I don't know why, but if I wanted, I could make it red or purple or whatever, and the whole thing will update, as you can see. It's just that's controlling the entire theme of my site. You can see all the icons changed, the button changed, everything changed. Why? Because I made sure to use a style. So it's important that you take advantage of these things. Don't take them for granted. But yeah, I'll stick with this muted blue color. I think I like it. Cool. And then prototype, since I'm using the wireframe, all the same connections I made are still there. So if I click share or if I click the play button, we can test it out. There it is. Our menu works nicely. We click book now. We get this thing. This one's not working for whatever reason, but I can always go in and fix it. But there you go. I'm gonna share this with you guys if you want. Feel free to mess with it. This one too. I see you guys didn't make any changes yet, but that's fine. Don't be afraid. Destroy it if you want. I don't care. I'll make another one. And I'll make you watch me make another one. So go ahead and ruin it. um, Let me share that though. Let's do mockup one, share. Look, Keith is now visible here. I don't know why I don't see anyone else though. But there. So anyone with the link can edit. Copy link, paste it there. And then I guess next class we'll maybe start building this in HTML. Don't worry, we'll use some of what we did in the CSS nav, so we don't have to redo everything. Oh, and let me post the sign out. Sign out code for today is going to be 489. Today's the 20th. Yeah, 489. 489. Sign out. And let me stop recording.